As I've shared in a lot of the other videos, the lion diet was the thing that ultimately stopped me from getting hemiplegic migraines. But I wanted to share one of the main triggers when I did used to get them, which was sleeping on my side. And if I ever slept on my side, I knew that I was either going to get a hemiplegic migraine that day or the next day, or if I was lucky, I would just get a lot of the symptoms come on one by one. So the most common one from sleeping on my side was that little pinprick light that moves across your vision really fast. Do you know what I mean by that? That was one of the main ones. Then when I would stretch all of this out, this nerve and everything, so like the chest, which would therefore stretch that ulnar nerve and everything else that used to get really tight for me, I would then get I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you know your hand's there, you can feel it, it's not numb, it's not tingling, it's there, but it feels really light and it's like it's not your hand anymore. It feels like you're looking at something that's not yours, even though it is, and it clearly is because you're moving it and you can control your fingers, but it feels like it's not yours. And I don't know why that is, because it's not like I look at my hand now and it feels any different, but well, it does feel different, but you know what I mean? There's not anything noticeably different, but it was just like you'd look at your hand and you'd be like, oh, it's like you forgot about it or something. It's weird. I don't know how to put it into words, like a lot of this stuff. You know, that symptom or whatever else, you know, tingling, numbness in the hand, the face going partially numb, stuff like that. Because as I've said, I would get the symptoms even when I didn't have a full hemiplegic migraine. I would get some of them just come on their own, and it didn't necessarily mean it was all going to kick off. Right, anyway, I realised sleeping on the side was causing these issues quite early on, as I said. And then I saw a pattern where it was almost every single time. So I really tried my best to stop myself from sleeping on my side. The first thing I done was I bought a blindfold, because I realized what was happening was the light was coming in over the top of the curtain, and so I was turning away from it, and that's why I kept going on my side. But every time I wore the blindfold, I would just wake up on my side anyway, and the blindfold would be thrown on the other side of the room, because I just couldn't stand having something over my face while sleeping. I just couldn't, in my sleep, I would obviously just take it off and chuck it, yeah? So that didn't work. So the next thing I tried, and now, do you know what? I would normally feel uncomfortable sharing this because people laugh at me when I say it, yeah? But I think that I'm building one of the most understanding audiences on the internet, because all of you guys who are watching this have gone through hemiplegic migraines, or you know someone who is going through them. And so you know that you would do anything to stop yourself from getting a hemiplegic migraine. And I'm giving you that little bit of background information there because of what I'm about to say sounds ridiculous. But the next thing I tried was, you know those bungee cords that you use for exercise? People use them for band pull-aparts, you know, them bungee cords? So what I've done is I clipped a bunch of them together, and then I fed them underneath my bed. I used to have a big Oakland furniture bed, you know, the big oak beds. Fed it underneath there, and then clipped it over the top of the covers. So I done one at the top and then one down the bottom. And then I sort of like slid in the bed from the top. And then I had the bungee cords there. So I was like trying to strap myself in so I couldn't move. And I thought, this is genius. This is going to work. I cannot sleep on my side like this because this is so tight. It's uncomfortable. Now, it was digging in me a bit as well. It was actually hurting a bit, but I managed to get asleep. But then somehow I woke up on my side anyway. And the bungee cord was just like pulling in on me. And I'm on my side and I'm thinking, how did I even sleep through this? You know, it's pushing on me so hard. So that didn't work. So the next thing I tried was a blackout blind. You know, one of those ones you stick on. My old boss gave it to me. It was one from his kid used to have, you know, them ones with the sticky things, what are they called? You know, the suction thing that you put on the window? One of them. And that worked really well. It let a little bit of light in, but mostly blocked it out. And that was fantastic. And then when I moved to the Peak District, I bought one that was a Velcro that you put with a stickers around Velcros, and then you cut it out to your size. And that worked fantastically well. But the other thing I used to do is I used to say affirmations before I went to sleep. So every night before I went to sleep, I used to say, I'm going to sleep on my back tonight because it's better for my health. When I wake up, I feel fantastic. Needless to say, it didn't work very well because I never woke up feeling fantastic, but I did start sleeping on my back more. So I think it was good for that because it brought it into my subconscious to remember to sleep on my back. because what would often happen is I would wake up in the night, and in them moments when you're really, really tired and you wake up on your side. I don't know actually, I've not heard anyone else say this, so maybe all this sounds like crazy talk to you, but this is what I had happen anyway. And I'd wake up on my side and I'd be really, really tired, and I wouldn't want to roll onto my back because it would wake me up. But when I realized how much of an issue it was causing me sleeping on my side, then I would roll over onto my back anyway, because then it would, I knew that it would be better for me to lose that comfort and that sleep than it would be to stay in that position. So every time I rolled over, I trained myself to wake up and roll back. And so it never happened. Now, incidentally, I actually slept on my side last night, but I'm on the other side of this now. So although, yeah, my back is a little bit stiff, but this is the difference. I mean, if I slept on my side, I wouldn't have been able to leave the house. I wouldn't have been able to go and do anything. I could go for a little walk, but I wouldn't have been able to do anything physical. I definitely wouldn't have been doing the washing up or anything like that day, because then, that's when all the nerves and everything are already aggravated. Now, in contrast to that, today I've gone to the barbers, which is another big one. Maybe I need to talk about that. Barbers was horrible when I used to have this problem, because they pull your head about and all that sort of stuff. It was absolutely horrible. I'd sit there, face would be going numb, hands would be going, or the left hand would be going numb, right hand would be burning. It was so horrible. And you have to sit like that, and they tell you to tilt your neck back and all that. It was horrible, all of that. Hated barbers because of it. But today I went to the barbers, then I come back, went shopping. Trying on clothes is another thing that was horrible as well. All that moving around, moving your back, taking shirts on, putting shirts off, all that stuff used to feel horrible. And then I went swimming. And again, there's no way I would be putting any pressure through my shoulders and on my back, because when you're swimming, you kind of lift your back a bit, don't you, to keep your chest up when you're swimming. No way would I have been able to do that, but I did. And not only was I doing that, I'd done it after sleeping on my side. So this is the difference that the Lion Diet has made for me. There's no way I could have done this, a year ago. No way at all. It's crazy. It really is. But yeah, I just thought I would share that. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to share with this. There probably is, but if there is, I'll do another video. So, I hope you enjoyed watching.